they're going online.
Is anyone monitoring comments?
Krishner is.
I'm on Restream.
It's literally his only job in this world.
And to write your intros.
And to write my intros. Hey, welcome to a Was It Good podcast live stream recording.
Oh, shit.
Here in our undisclosed location, which is 1952 South Curson Avenue, apartment 2.
What the You just gave them half of the location.
And it's not the part that you think.
Yes.
We're back, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Our fans have been pining.
Right.
Actually, no lie. So Tony from work, he literally said, you guys don't put out the podcast anymore? I'm like, yeah, no, we do.
You know what's crazy about that? Oh, by the way, everyone that's like jumping in, watching this live or rewatching this at your own convenient time, we're actually going to be talking about Jojo Rabbit, the Oscar winner for
Best Adapted Screenplay. Also nominated for Best Supporting Actress, Best Picture, and a plethora of other.
Yeah, I only care about the one that they actually they won. Like everything else can go fuck itself.
I mean, a nomination's a pretty big deal, though.
In what country?
In this country, because the Oscars are literally only.
Anyway,
in this
back
country.
to what I was saying before, which was people get concerned when we don't put anything out because we're so goddamn consistent.
Are we though?
I mean, we're pretty freaking consistent.
We're normally good for one a week. Now sometimes we're like 2 in every 3 or 4 days, but it's still like good in a weekly pace.
Huh. Does
For
anyone know my password to Instagram?
Oh, for the love of God. Why are you going on Instagram? We don't stream anywhere near Instagram.
He's
That's
bored.
a good point. Yeah, I'm bored.
You're bored, so you're going to go on. Okay.
What are we streaming to? Twitter?
Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch.
So pretty much everything?
No, not Twitter.
Not Twitch. Oh, we are doing the Twitch.
We're
I like to
doing
have
Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Just those three.
Facebook, YouTube, and okay. Because I like to have the individual ones up because when comments come in through on Restream, it's from everything, right?
Mm.
But if I respond on Restream, it blasts it out to all channels,
Right.
and it doesn't always make sense.
Ah,
right?
I see.
So it's easier to have.
I see what you'd be saying.
Oh, hello, iHuman605.
That sounds.
Hello,
human.
humans.
iHuman605 said hello humans and then had a robot face.
That's
so,
kind of weird.
Ah, I'm glad we're getting the bots. That means we're doing the algorithm right.
Hey, maybe we're the bots.
Are we ready to do the podcast for real?
Yep. I'm starting the record now, so give it about 10 to 15 minutes.
Do it
What the
live.
fuck?
Why is it taking so
All right, here we go. 3. I'm reading this blind. 3, 2, 1. Welcome to Was It Good? I'm your host, Ravi, and I'm joined by my 2 brothers, Krisha and Arjuna. We're just Fuck.
I didn't even spell it wrong.
How do you pronounce his name?
Taika Waititi?
Taika Waititi.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, perfect.
Taika Waititi.
Okay, you have to do the Wakanda forever.
3, 2, 1. Welcome to Was It Good? I'm your host, Ravi, and I'm joined by my 2 brothers, Krisha and Arjuna. We're discussing what. This is gonna take forever.
Damn. You know, you've been good for like
We're
30
discussing
episodes.
Taika Waititi.
Taika?
Taika.
Can we put like
just say Taika.
Taika?
Just Taika's
Taika's movie.
Yeah, yeah.
Or
yeah.
you could.
We're discussing Taika's Jojo Rabbit. We're discussing Jojo Rabbit, written by Taika Waititi.
No,
Waititi.
Jojo Rabbit, not Jojo Rabbit.
Jojo Rabbit.
Oh my God, I hate this already. Welcome to Was It Good? I'm your host, Ravi, and I'm joined by my 2 brothers, Krisha and Arjuna, and we're discussing Taika Waititi's Jojo Rabbit, the World War II dramedy satire thingy mob. If you're easily offended by conversations surrounding Hitler and the Holocaust, this is probably not the podcast episode for you. I would in fact refer to you and
English is hard.
It really is. And I would in fact refer you to our episode on Pokemon Detective Pikachu, because that's probably more your speed. All right, let's dive right in.
I think I wrote a great intro, and you mangled it. You destroyed my words.
Do you want me to try it one more time?
Yeah, I would like a lot of a clean version.
Discussing Taika Waititi. Welcome to Was It Good? I'm your host, Ravi, and I'm joined by my 2 brothers, Krisha and Arjuna. We're discussing Taika Waititi's Jojo Rabbit, the World War II dramedy satire thingy-mabob. If you're easily offended by conversations surrounding Hitler and the Holocaust, this is probably not the podcast for you. And I would, in fact, refer you to our episode on Pokemon Detective Pikachu, because that's probably more your speed. All right? Let's dive in.
Wow.
Was that good?
That was good. That was
yeah.
good. I honestly thought we'd be here for the rest of the
I did too. I thought the entire podcast was going to end up being me
Just
trying to get through the
intros.
frickin' intro.
You never know.
Guys, the Oscars are over. I doubt anyone here actually watched them.
I actually watched it.
Did you really?
Yeah, so I went with Sahara. Her friend had like an Oscar party we went to.
Thanks for the invite, by the way.
It was well, you weren't even here.
It
You were
would've-
in the air.
But it would have been nice, Arjuna, to have been invited. To feel
It wasn't my party. I couldn't
Included.
invite you to the party.
really most parties in Los Angeles, correct me if I'm wrong, it's kind of like an unspoken rule that you can invite other people.
I don't think that's true.
I think that's
Yeah,
true
I
actually.
don't know about
But
that.
I went to this party and we actually like filled out ballots and I got third place and I won a cup.
This sounds like the stupidest party ever.
It sounds interactive. You want prizes. That's good.
Oh
Yeah.
wow, Christian
got-
with next gen
I got-
content over
I
here.
got I got
Yeah.
15 out of the 24 categories correct.
Wow, you're kind of a nerd, huh? So anyway, Jojo Rabbit, it was nominated for how many Oscars?
It was nominated for 6 Oscars.
And it won
won.
One.
Better than The Irishman, which won absolute. Wait, did it win 1?
I don't think it did.
I think it got shut out. I'm pretty sure.
It definitely got shut out, but I think that's because Scorsese's comments against Disney and Marvel fucked him over.
Well, you know what I noticed because it was the ABC broadcast. They
Oh, yeah.
showed a shit ton of Bob Iger.
Oh,
like
wow.
they cut to him at least 4 times.
Can someone do a supercut of like Bob Iger, but like with dramatic superhero music playing?
Jesus.
Yeah,
So
that's
on this podcast, we're obviously talking Jojo Rabbit, and obviously we start this thing off with our one-word impressions. These one-word impressions kind of tell the audience what we think of the movie in one word. Thus, the name one-word impressions.
good. Oh, that's a great explanation.
I'm kind of an expert. Christian, you're barely talking, so clearly your one-word impression is fucking hilarious. So go ahead.
No, it's not. It's not that funny. My one-word impression is unexpected. It's unexpected because I really did not want to see this movie. I had no desire. It was right at the bottom of the list, along with Ford versus Ferrari, in terms of my interest level in the movie. Generally speaking, because war movies, I'm just really like historical war movies aren't really my thing.
Sure.
And this was taking it even a step further with like trying to make like this like funny thing out of
Sure.
it, which and I'm a fan of Taika. Like his movies are great. But I was dragged basically to see this movie, and it was unexpected how much I enjoyed it.
Who'd you go see it with?
Actually, we got a pretty big group. It was Krishna and myself, Sahara, Michael Learman, Mom and Dad.
Yeah, actually, Mom
No,
didn't
Mom
go.
didn't go.
Yeah,
It was just Dad.
Where was I?
Super Bowl?
Super Bowl.
Oh.
Must have been. Yeah.
Yeah, it was Super Bowl.
You were definitely out of country.
Yeah.
Or
Wait, so if you're
out
not
of state.
if you're not in California, you're out of country.
You might as well. be.
Wow, you're probably like for the party that wants to secede.
6th highest GDP in the world.
No, the
Anyways,
reason I did it was because I saw your tweet that you saw Jojo Rabbit. So I'm like, okay, Ravi's seen it, I've seen it. We just need to get Krishna to see it. Like the easiest way to get Krishna to see it is to make it like a group thing or something.
Oh, Christian
I
needs
did it.
group activities.
Yeah, I'm not, and it's true. I was never gonna go see it by myself,
Yeah.
and so it was like all these people are going. I'm like, yeah, why not?
Shout out to AMC A-List Entourage because I just booked everyone's tickets.
It's true.
Together.
In fact, it was I didn't have to drive. I just literally had
Rolled
to be
out of
ready.
bed.
Well, kind of.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, but unexpected. It was unexpectedly amazing.
Unexpected.
Unexpected. That's like The Hobbit, an unexpected journey.
An unexpected bore fest of 3 movies.
Should we hold for the
Ooh.
plane?
Hold
You hear
for
or-
that plane
plane.
right there?
Mm.
Ooh, yeah.
Give it a second. Make sure you cut this out.
I think I'm gonna keep it in.
No, you
should
should
probably
definitely
cut
keep it in.
Cut it out. Cut it out. Arjuna, what was your one-word impression?
Yoo-hoo.
What?
My
Like
my
the
one,
chocolate
my
drink?
word. My one word is yoo-hoo.
Is yoo-hoo like a word? It's
Okay,
like,
there's actually
yoo-hoo.
there's a moment in the there's a moment in the movie where he goes yoo-hoo Jew, and he calls his book yoo-hoo Jew, which I didn't actually pick up until I saw it the second time because it's fucking hilarious.
Wait, he called his book that he was writing like the main
Yoo-hoo
character.
Jew. Yeah.
Yoo-hoo Jew. Oh, that's right. Yoo-hoo Jew. And then Stephen Merchant cracks up at it.
Yeah. I mean, I think everyone cracks up at it at one
Yeah.
point. But yeah, I go with Yoo-hoo because like the word, it's unique and it's funny, and you don't really know what to take out of this word. And that's how I felt about the movie. You don't know exactly what to take out of this movie because, you know, it's definitely comedic, but is it a pure comedy?
No.
No, not necessarily. There's quite a few tragic parts in this movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, Yoo-hoo.
Yoo-hoo.
Yoo-hoo Jew. Oh, God.
Oh, boy. That's inappropriate, Christian.
Wait, according to the movie.
So my one-word impression is going to be shoes.
Oh, I
Shoes.
know why.
Because of two reasons.
Oh.
You got a lot of shots of shoes.
Mm.
And then also that YouTube videos that's like shoes, bitch. Why that relates to this movie? No idea.
Mm.
Oh, wait, nope. I can make it work. That YouTube video is very kind of in your face with its content.
Yeah.
Just like this movie is not necessarily a comedy or a drama, but it's more of an in your face satire on a tragic human event.
Mm.
Did it?
Hey,
Did that work, by the way?
No.
No?
Shoes.
Fuck.
No. You could have been like, oh, Scarlett Johansson's character's shoes are shown a lot, and it's at a pivotal scene that pays off later in the movie. You could have gone with that, but you didn't.
No, I did not.
Also, Krishna, you used unexpected in the last podcast as your one-word impression.
Wait, did I really?
Wait,
Yeah.
for Parasite?
For Knives Out.
Oh, for Knives
so
Out.
It went unexpected and unexpected.
Oh, you know what's really funny about that? Knives Out was also at the bottom of the list with JoJo and Ford versus Ferrari in terms of movies I wanted to see.
So that means, by definition, we have to see Ford versus Ferrari. for
No,
our next podcast.
I
Fuck
don't.
that.
I don't.
I heard it was the most generic piece of shit.
It's not. It's actually a good movie.
I know, but I've heard from other people that it's like the traditional sports movie. Anyways.
Anyway.
So we get unexpected Yoo-hoo
Shoes.
shoes.
Yoo-hoo.
Or Yoo-hoo Unexpected Shoes. Like
Oh,
you're talking to the shoes.
Yoo-hoo, unexpected shoes.
Oh, yeah,
My
yeah,
God.
that works.
So this is my personal favorite part because we get to judge Arjuna and his ability to write the English language. It's called What Happened, written by Arjuna.
What the fuck happened?
So this is what the fuck happened in Jojo Rabbit through the eyes of a psychopath named Arjuna.
Hello.
My BFF Hitler. Nazi scouts. Blowing up, literally. A boy who hangs up signs. Yoo-hoo Jew. Ashbeards. Nathan the Hobo. Hail Hitler, Hail Hitler, Hail Hitler, Hail Hitler, Hail Hitler, Hail Hitler. Oh.
Do you understand the reference?
Oh,
No.
yeah.
So when the
No.
when the Gestapo come and investigate the
Oh,
house,
that's
they
right,
do
that's
the
right.
extended
Hitler.
Heil Hitler, Heil
Heil
Hitler, Heil Hitler, Heil Hitler.
She's his sister, but not really, but they think she is, but she got the date wrong, and he covered for them. What a nice guy. The shot of the feet pays off. What the fuck?
Jesus.
Pointy knife cuts. Hitler's dead, and the good guys win. You filthy Jew. Fuck off, Hitler. Dancing on the street.
Nice. It's pretty concise.
It's very concise.
Yeah.
This is your most concise
This is
recap
the shortest one ever.
ever, yeah.
Of all time.
Oh,
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I could
So-
I could have made it 3 pages.
I did. It was edited.
Really?
No.
No, it wasn't.
Oh.
But you know, it's because I haven't seen the movie. I saw it twice, and I saw it like in a 2-month. There's like a 2-month gap, and then it'd been a while. So you just go off like the main points versus when you write it immediately after you write everything. So that's the difference.
Okay.
Excuse me. Did you just swear at me?
No, I said okay.
Yeah. How dare you?
What the fuck?
So I think we should before we jump into our other kind of like reconsistency our reconsistency points. No, our reoccurring segments on our podcast. I think we should ask like that question.
Yes.
You know, this movie
Was
is
it good?
no stupid. That's for the end of the movie.
You know how this
the
podcast
podcast
works?
I was just gonna cut to the end. I
We're
was
on
like, all right.
this is the 70th time we've done this fucking podcast. Okay.
Wait, I missed the 69th
Wait, yeah, we're having a
episode?
69 episode.
69 was Knives Out.
Damn, that's terrible. Did we talk about that?
Did we
in the
celebrate
podcast?
it?
We
celebrate
only
it.
talked about it at the beginning of the stream, not in the actual.
Oh my god.
That's
What a
amazing.
wasted opportunity.
Seriously. All right, well, I guess we'll just do 100 more so we get back to 169.
Yeah, there you go.
But yeah, I think the big thing with this movie, because I remember when I first saw the trailer, I was like, it was like the first time I think everyone saw the trailer was an uncomfortable like, ugh,
Yep,
what?
nervous laughter.
What do we?
For sure.
What on God's green earth did they greenlit? What the fuck? And when you think about it in actuality, this is not the first World War II satire film out there.
No, there's plenty.
This will definitely not be the last, and this will definitely not be the last satire in something, horrific in our great, ever-expanding human shit existence. So, I guess my question for you guys here, why? Why did they come up with this movie, and why did it work?
So I think it works because the movie is through the eyes of a 10-year-old, right? And they present it just like that. And you see signs of it, right? It's a truly horrific world that he lives in, and you see when his mother gets hung.
Spoilers, Juno.
Well, everyone knows this is a spoiler podcast. But you see when his mother gets hung. You see when the army comes, the U.S. Army comes in and it's just killing
the Nazis.
Killing Nazis, even if they're children. You see all of that, right? But it's through the context of a 10-year-old. And you even see it when Hitler's in his mind and he goes off on those tangents where they even kind of muffle the sound so it sounds like the radio and the TV broadcasts that he listens to, because it's true, right? The way that the Nazi regime worked, and a lot of dictatorships, you go with the youth, right? Because it's easy to manipulate the youth. And so I think there's even a line in the movie where the Scarlett Johansson's mother character says he's a 10-year-old who likes to dress up, right?
Yeah.
He's a 10-year-old, and that's what it is. Oh, I get to wear a cool costume, and I'm part of a club.
Yeah.
And I think that's why it works. It's through that innocence of a child in a truly horrific time in history.
I think it worked as well in that, the movie is about the setting of the movie is World War II in Germany, Nazi Germany. But the movie isn't really about that. The movie is more about this 10-year-old going through. It's sort of like it's a combination of like coming of age, dealing with like identity and parental issues, and also what it means to be different than someone, and then finding common ground and similarities. Right. That's really what the movie is about.
Yeah.
You could take the themes of the movie and put it into other situations, right?
Well, and that's so Taika's staple, and one of his through lines through his movie, the theme that he likes to examine is that relationship of the male protagonist with their parents, specifically father. I think he likes the father type of issues, and you see that through most of his movies, like Thor Ragnarok. Thor, has obviously daddy issues throughout, and that's something that's examined and follow, et cetera, et cetera. So you kind of see that, and it's interesting that Jojo has a father, but he's completely absent in the movie, right? And so I think that's part of the coming of age type of thing, being a man of the house, losing your other parent, and having to grow up quickly in a pretty scary world, right? But it doesn't have to be World War II. It could be anything, right?
It's also and I like the idea of a 10-year-old trying to figure out what's true and what isn't, right? Like 10-year-old, right? Like when we were 10, who were our heroes? Like it was
Spider-Man.
It was Dragon Ball Z. It was Spider-Man. It
Gundam.
It was Gundam. Yeah, it was all these like cool things. To this dude, right? His hero is Hitler, and I'm sure that's kind of how, at least to us here in America, that's how it's been presented. That he was like a rock star at the time. He was literally pulling Germany out of poverty, right? That's
that was his big thing,
and that's how they've presented it to us, and that's how we take it. So it's interesting to see that a 10-year-old in a completely different time and place than us, and like he's taking the same things that we did, looking for a hero, acting out with the hero, like trying to be the hero's friend, trying to emulate the hero, and then but also trying to figure out like human morality versus what society is like imposing on him. So yeah, I kind of lost my train of thought right there.
Really?
I think you got it.
I just started rambling, and you just thought a bunch of words. And burp.
Bacon and cheese.
Broccoli.
bacon and cheese.
So yeah, favorite
Mr.
parts,
Host?
Can we take a quick pause?
Yes.
Quick pause. I'm gonna do something.
Oh,
You want me to keep the cord going and everything?
Yeah, if you're cool with that.
Yeah. Let me just make a note of this.
Let me just make a note of this.
Let's just make a note. Oh wait. What happened?
Batman.
I'm scared.
I'm scared.
Help me.
Did my...
I have to refresh it.
Oh. Uh-oh. Hold on, let me relaunch that app.
Oh, I wonder if Sahara is here.
Oh, it was Lauren.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh. My app's not working at all now.
Yoo-hoo.
Yoo-hoo!
Yoo-hoo, Jew.
There we go.
That's so ridiculous.
Okay.
I feel like a terrible
And
person to
3, 2, 1, we're back.
Welcome to What's It Good? I'm your host, Ravi.
laugh. Wow.
3, 2, 1. So our favorite parts from
Ooh.
Jojo Rabbit. I'm going to start because mine's weird.
Oh no.
Oh, dear. No.
Similar-
Don't say it.
Wait, what? What do you think I'm going to say?
I don't know. Scarlett Johansson hanging.
Yeah,
That was
actually, I was going to say
exactly,
that. Yep,
That's exactly
yep.
what I was thinking. Oh wow.
No, and the reason is not because, like, oh, great, yeah, the mom's dead. No, the whole reason is because that was, to Christian's, like, one-word impression of, like, unexpected, that was super unexpected. I didn't see that coming.
Really?
I had no idea. And when it
Interesting.
happened, I was like, well, you motherfuckers, you hit really well on the heartstrings. And I was like,
Yeah.
it was a nice change of pace. And it was a nice thing that kind of, like, pulled me back into reality of, like, haha, I've been laughing most of this movie.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, now you're making me feel something. Fuck you for making me do that.
Yeah.
Which is a great thing, though. Like, you want to go through a chain of emotions when you watch a movie, not just, like, sit there and go, oh, Marvel.
Yeah. I was gonna. I wanted to. Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. And there's only 2 movies have I think really succeeded in those kind of that I've seen. I should say have succeeded in those kind of tonal shifts, and they both happened to come out last year. Parasite and Jojo Rabbit.
Yeah.
I've never seen such an elegant shift in tone, seamless. It fits. It doesn't feel jarring.
Right.
You buy in, and you feel those emotions, and it's so impactful because you go from laughing to like crying in the span of like 4 minutes.
In, like, drop of a hat.
Yeah, you're just like, wait, I'm sorry, I have to collect my thoughts for a second.
Yeah, it really was a movie you're laughing out loud.
Yeah.
And then there are moments where you're legitimately tense, right? When the Gestapo is kind of investigating the house.
And it's still hilarious.
Yeah.
Because Stephen Merchant will never be in a scene and you're not going to find it hilarious.
Right.
He's just too good.
I mean,
Exactly.
no offense to him, he just looks weird.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably why he got the role.
Man.
He's also,
great.
like, super tall.
Yeah. I remember he
Scary.
came on the Rush.
Oh, that's right, he did.
And, he stood next
He
to our
did.
host Jared. Jared, if you're watching, shout out to Jared. And made Jared look like like a very small person.
It was to promote Fighting with the Family, right?
Yes,
Which he
correct.
directed.
Which
or
is
wrote?
another really
Yeah,
good
at least
one.
produced.
Is that? I want to see it. I've heard
It's a
good.
very good movie. Definitely
Yeah.
hits on the heartstrings as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. But no, you're absolutely right with that scene with him. It was everything. Tense, hilarious. Heil Hitler, Heil Hitler, Heil Hitler. Like 10 times at
What
least.
is this? Yoo-hoo.
Yeah, yeah. It was yeah. The whole movie I felt was, and I remember. I know I'm kind of hijacking Ravi's favorite part, but it fits right in because I think after the movie I turned to Arjuna and said it might be my favorite movie.
Yes.
The reason I said that was because it was so similar to Parasite in it. For me, I think every single emotion that you could feel, everything from happiness to sadness to laughter to sorrow, like everything.
Sorry. Sorrow?
Soro.
It's like
Zorro.
Zorro,
Soro.
but with an S.
Soro. Soro.
The hero of
Zorro.
sadness.
Well, you know what, Chris? You've
Okay,
spoken enough. So, Arjuna, what's your favorite part?
My favorite part
Great, that's
has
great,
to be Sam Rockwell's character.
Oh wow!
Oh, yeah. He's a great one.
He was great.
Throw in Theon Greyjoy because they worked so well.
Oh,
It was
They
hilarious.
really did, actually.
It was so
he was
good.
great. He chewed scenery by doing like he didn't have a lot of lines, obviously.
Yeah.
But what he was doing in the background and just his small interactions was great. It was funny because I was talking to Sahara, and it's like 2019 and the beginning of 2020 have all been about like the sneakily gay relationships in movies, right? That
They have?
Yeah.
they've been
Wait,
slinging
wait,
a
wait,
bunch
wait,
of
wait,
shit
wait.
in there.
So like Jojo Rabbit, right? Like
Yeah.
there's some what I really like about it, right? People talk about having inclusiveness.
Yeah.
Right? And we've always talked about, well, the best way to have it inclusive is it's not a talking point, it's not over the top, it's not obvious. And that's what all of these movies have done, right?
Yeah.
It's not over the top or obvious. It's not even a talking point when you think about Jojo Rabbit, right?
Yeah, right.
That these two Nazis are having are clearly in love or have a relationship.
Yeah.
That's what I love about it.
Yeah.
And like they both play that.
Wait,
perfect-
I gotta know what the other
There's
other
a few.
things were,
There's a few others.
if they come.
There's
even
two
into your
movies
head.
I've seen this year.
Are you thinking Finpo?
No, not Finpo.
Because
Not
Disney tried to get
Finpo.
away from that.
Yeah, they did actually.
They tried hard.
They did not like that.
No,
Which is why
there's
it's one of the
actually
weakest movies of last
there's a relationship in The Gentleman
Oh, okay. I haven't seen
that's
that
also like that. There's a character who like does that, and then also in Birds of Prey.
yet. Oh, cool.
There is
All right.
a relationship.
Nice.
There, and so it's great. Like I love that this is what like it's not
Yeah.
it's there and it's not a big deal,
yeah.
and that's great because that's how
That
inclusivity works.
yeah, that's how it
Yeah.
should be.
Right.
Otherwise, it's
Yeah.
But yeah, I really loved his character from the beginning where he's just talking to all the campers and he's like shooting the gun like just ridiculously and just everything about him and then the emotional like speaking of emotional beats,
Yeah.
his last scene with Jojo and how he saves his life, this really selfless act that he's done, was really well done. I was like, oh my god, like really hit right here for me,
Yeah.
and I was really disappointed he didn't get nominated. But
Sam Rockwell.
yeah,
Sam Rockwell, yeah.
which I feel like he's an actor that always gets overlooked. Just in
Yeah.
terms of-
Did you ever see Moon?
shouldn't.
I
Everything.
did. We all saw it together.
Every movie that he's in, he's been amazing.
He's been great. Yeah,
Yeah.
he really is. Even Iron Man 2, he's great
Yeah, he's the best
in
one.
a bad movie.
Yeah.
Iron Man 2 is a great movie.
I think you would be remiss, Jonah, if you didn't bring up the scene where he yells at Theon. I know his name's not Theon, but I don't know his real name or his character's name. So he's gonna be Theon Greyjoy. When he yells at Theon Greyjoy for bringing German shepherds, as in shepherds who are German and not the dogs.
That was pretty.
And then
funny.
at the end, they had like after you choose
They're
away,
fighting.
they're like fighting, and then all of a sudden they're like almost like they're gonna lean in and kiss, and then they remember, oh wait, we can't do that.
yeah,
Like, that was
yeah,
that's like the funniest scene of the movie.
it was great. But
Is
his whole bit was
Oh,
great, for
amazing,
sure.
amazing.
Well casted movie. Don't get me wrong. There's no weak parts, but he was
No, not at all.
He was great.
Is my turn?
Nope.
Oh.
Yeah, go ahead, Christian.
My favorite part is gonna be JoJo's best friend.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
That-
the little fat kid.
That
Yeah.
chubby little kid. All right, so here's why he's my favorite. First of all, I don't know if
Is
they
he
like.
your inner spirit animal?
Well, here's the thing. That might be the most believable acting I've ever seen in my life. Right? I got the impression when I saw him and JoJo on screen together that they're like real life friends. Like that interaction seemed so pure and genuine that I was like, it felt out of place a little bit because it was too good.
Yeah.
It seemed genuine. It was
Right.
like they didn't know the cameras were rolling and they were like, "Hey, I'm like so happy to see you." So that right there was the most genuine part of the movie and maybe any movie I've ever seen. Second, the fact that he might be unkillable.
Yeah,
It's also
which is
extremely
hilarious.
hilarious. I think
Which
that's
is
one
funny.
part when Rebel Wilson's character, and she's like, "Okay, you take the grenade and like run out there and try and kill the allies," and he charges out. I'm like, "Oh my god, he's gonna die. They're gonna kill off this character."
Well, then it blows up on the
Oh
side.
yeah. But before that, you see him running, and he's got like this bloody hole in his back. You're like, "Wait a second, did he get shot? How is he okay?"
Yeah.
And then the next scene you see him in, he's just in a wife beater, sitting on a crate, like, "Hey, JoJo, I think I'm unkillable, or I'm immortal, or something."
And then he's
I'm
like,
just
I need to go home and have a cuddle with mummy.
yeah. It was so funny. That kid, JoJo was great,
Yeah.
but that kid was gonna go far. Oh my god, best actor I've ever seen in my
Do
life.
you guys know Josh Gad?
No.
He's the actor. He's like that curly-haired guy who voices Olaf. in
Oh
Frozen.
yeah.
He's petitioning on Twitter. He's like, cast me as this kid's father or something.
He's just gonna. Oh, I can't wait to see his career unfold. He's gonna be amazing.
Let's hope he doesn't go the way of most child actors.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
seriously.
Yeah, you don't almost say he's like it's too genuine. I don't know if you saw they showed red carpet stuff, and I
Yeah,
didn't
of
actually watch it,
course.
but I saw on Twitter, and they showed Jojo and him, those two
The
actors, and running around on the red carpet and just having a blast. And it's just two regular kids, which is great. So I agree. I hope they don't go the way of, Hollywood child actors,
Yeah.
because they seem perfectly normal right now.
Right.
So we'll see how it goes. Maybe they're just great actors. Maybe they're not normal, which is even better.
Who knows?
Yeah.
It's scary.
It is scary.
It's a scary world.
So we have to do that opposite to favorite,
Ew,
which
least-
is least.
Oh, most
least,
favorite.
Least favorite part.
Oh, yeah.
How Arjuna is opposite, not like
Synonym.
compounded,
Oh.
doubled. My powers have doubled
Yeah,
since
but
last
my
time I met you.
favorite
Count
is
Dooku.
here, and most favorite's here, and these are opposites.
Oh my god!
man.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow. So my least favorite part is gonna
The
be
CGI.
the shoes,
Wait, what?
because it made me feel something. I don't want to feel anything.
You probably shouldn't go see movies.
I probably shouldn't.
Yeah.
No. In all honesty, I don't. I think I need to see the movie at least 3 more times, but there was
Wow.
nothing in the movie that stuck out as like this was really really bad or this annoyed me or was awful. Overall, I think everything was great. Pacing was fun. CGI. There wasn't really a lot of digital CGI, and it all blended and looked really really nice. Like you said, there was no weak parts. There's no worst actor or actress in
Sure.
this.
Right.
So it's kind of hard to say that there was like a least favorite part for me.
Wow.
And it didn't feel like anything was fat. It
No.
was well edited.
Well.
It paced nicely.
Oh wait, there we go. That's it. My least favorite part was the fact there was nothing to fucking hate. How is a person supposed to do a podcast
Yeah.
if there's nothing to hate?
Wow.
I hate that.
Yeah.
That's what I
Damn.
hate.
Yeah.
I got meta.
Wow. It's like your Parasite one where you hated yourself.
Exactly. Damn.
Oh,
I'm getting deep lately. Juno, did you have a least favorite part?
I think if I had to nitpick and say something that was my least favorite part, it would have to be the fact that they killed Sam Rockwell's character. No, actually, yeah, it is hard to say, like, to really pinpoint something that you potentially disliked.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess at one point it feels like Hitler disappears for 30 minutes
Okay.
throughout the movie. But it works stylistically for the movie because he's becoming less and less in tune. But it is interesting that he disappears but comes back. So maybe something should have been added to indicate why he came back instead of just disappeared. If I had to nitpick.
Quinny?
Honestly, so to kind of just go off what you guys saying, I honestly don't have anything super nitpicky. The only thing I would like to have seen is maybe 1 or 2 more scenes with Stephen Merchant's character. Maybe something a little bit earlier to kind of set up, like him just appearing all of a sudden. Because obviously I knew he was in the movie, right?
Yeah.
And so all of a sudden he appears, and then you're just like, oh, whoa. Maybe something like a little earlier in the movie, like I don't know if it's like a run-in or, a conversation between him and Sam Rockwell's character, or like Army intelligence or whatever, just to kind of set up this like foreboding presence, right?
Yeah,
That's
because
going to be
right.
responsible for just a lot of tension.
There is no indication of why they're randomly searched.
Yeah, and like
There's no we don't see a tip off of any type.
yeah. And like,
or
and
anything.
because that is like the most tense part of the movie, and so it would have been kind of cool maybe to foreshadow that with Stephen, an appearance by him a little bit earlier in the movie. Then again, that might weaken it. I'm not really sure,
Yeah.
because all of a sudden it happens, and you're just like, oh wow, this is heart palpitations right now,
Oh, Palpatine.
Yeah, Palpatine.
Papa Palpatine?
Yeah. But yeah, otherwise, honestly, nothing strong to nitpick or criticize on my
Wow.
end.
Clearly we're failing at being TV review.
All right, I hated
reviewers.
Scarlett Johansson.
What?
Yeah.
Is that your hot take?
No, I don't really have a hot. I'm ready for the sequel.
Oh, fuck off.
Jojo hair.
No, this won't get a sequel. It only made $74.3 million at the box office.
That's it?
Actually, yeah, that's pretty shitty.
Pretty well. I mean, it's just low budget movie, but
Yeah.
it's not gonna warrant like, oh, we need a sequel to this now.
I don't think they made it with the
Well,
idea
yeah,
of a
I don't
sequel,
think there was an
yeah.
idea of
No,
like,
no.
Where
we'll
do you
make
go
a
after
sequel.
this?
Well, hopefully not. But you
Yeah.
never know. Like, there's been more ridiculous sequels out there.
Name 2.
Almost every sequel that exists.
That's not true.
How dare you? The Dark Knight. Godfather 2.
Empire
Toy
Strikes
Story
Back.
2.
You guys are pointing out all
Spider-Man
the good
2.
sequels.
yeah.
Matrix.
Point out all the shitty ones.
Hold on. Matrix 4. It's coming.
Yeah, you think it's gonna be good?
Yeah,
No.
It might be.
Yeah, it could be. Who knows?
They're not even bringing back Morpheus
Yeah, true.
Okay,
or Agent Smith.
let's move it back into the Jojo Rabbit realm.
the JoJo universe.
The JoJo universe. So obviously this was a Oscar nominated favorite
yes.
with 6 Oscars. It only won Best Adapted Screenplay. Didn't get Best Picture. Didn't get Best Supporting Actress, and didn't get Film Editing. I think that's okay, actually.
I'm okay with that.
think it
Yeah, I
makes
mean,
sense.
film editing went to Parasite.
Yep.
Picture went to Parasite. Supporting actress went to Laura Dern in Marriage Story.
She was the best part of that
and
movie.
and
You saw Marriage Story?
I did. Yeah, it was on Netflix, and I was just like, I've never seen so many Oscar movies before, so I was like, what the fuck is another one gonna do? So I saw
This is the thing that like stops Christian from ever watching movies again. Just
yeah.
the
No,
one
well,
more.
spoiler alert. I actually enjoyed. Marriage Story wasn't that bad. And
Did you see Marriage Story?
I haven't
Laura-
watched it yet. I was going to try to before. Sunday,
Laura,
but I
Laura
guess
real
I-
quick, just quick side tangent. Laura Dern plays a lawyer
Yes.
for representing Scarlett Johansson's character
Which is
in
funny.
Marriage Story. And but what's his face?
Adam
Driver?
Goodfellas. No, who's
Oh.
his lawyer? Oh, his lawyer for a part of it.
Joe Pesci?
No, not Joe Pesci. From Goodfellas, the main guy.
Ray
Oh.
Donovan?
No.
No, Ray.
Who was in Grand Theft Auto Vice City as well?
Ray Liotta?
Yes,
Yeah, Ray Liotta.
Ray Liotta.
I didn't even
plays-
realize Ray
There's
Liotta's in
the
the
best
movie.
scene in that movie, one of the best scenes of all of last year, is a courtroom scene between Laura Dern and Ray Liotta where they go back and forth just talking about, and then Adam Driver and Scarlett Johansson, they're just representing them, and they're just sitting there like this, and they're just pulling out all these things that the main characters should be saying to each other, but it's the lawyers. It's great, and Laura Dern deserved best supporting actress. She was fantastic.
Because the movie is based off, what's the director's name? Noah Baumbach? Baumbach?
What, like his actual divorce?
Yeah, and actually, like during the divorce, he wrote Madagascar 3 to pay for his lawyer fees and everything.
Well, that's hilarious.
That's awkward as fuck.
What do you mean? That's amazing. It's like a superpower. I need some money. I'm gonna write this children's movie that is beloved.
Well, and it's funny because his girlfriend is the Greta Gerwig who directed Little Women, which was also nominated for Best Picture.
Oh, that's awkward.
So, well, neither of them won.
I mean, anyway. So, Jojo Rabbit, does anyone have a hot take?
I don't have a hot take.
I don't either.
Yeah,
My hot take is that
it's the best. No, I can't even say it's the best World War II movie I've ever seen. It's really good.
my hot take is we should. My hot take is Hollywood is going to look at the success of this movie with awards and stuff and think we need more satires of historical elements.
I think we're safe.
Yeah, I do too, actually.
I think Hollywood does not look for satire. Satire comes about with a special director / writer's vision. Like it takes Taika to go to Hollywood and be like, I have this script, and they're like, hey, it's really good. Go ahead and do it. Like the things that Hollywood will push for is let's be honest, the Marvel, the DC, the blockbuster franchises.
Oh, you mean like the actual store, Blockbuster? There's only one left in the country.
Yeah. I don't have a hot take, but I do have a sort of something came to me. Would you say this movie is going to wrap up our Oscar season for this pod? I'm not seeing Board versus Ferrari. I'm sorry.
I think this is probably it for
This
me.
is it?
Wait, what about Uncut Gems?
Yeah,
I do want to see that, but
that was not an Oscar contender at
Yeah.
all. That was just a movie.
right.
They got
sti-
snubbed
I guess
by the
so
Oscars.
we could still do it, and it's not part of our Oscar
Yeah.
coverage. Correct.
So-
yeah, this is it for our Oscars.
So my hot take is this: I've never delved into Oscar movies in terms of watching them to try and figure out rankings and whatnot. And I'm glad I did this time because there were actually a lot of strong movies.
it was a strong year.
It was
for
a
sure.
very strong year. But I will say it definitely solidified what to me makes a good movie, right? And I think it's 3 things. it needs to look good. Visually, it needs to be good. Second, it needs to hit on a variety of emotions, right? It can't just be a one emotion trick. It does need to be an emotional turn, at least one. And three, it needs to leave an impression. It needs to be a movie that you think about at least a week later, right? And I can safely say this, right? The movies that are making money are not those movies.
Oh God, no.
And this just solidifies it like even more though. Like the Marvel movies, the DC movies, like yawn. You know what I'm saying? Like
Wait, are you saying you're not going to go see Black Widow, Christian?
No, I'm not.
Wow. Wait, really?
I didn't see any of these movies. These were either screeners or I watched them on Netflix. Well, I saw a couple
You
of them
saw
in
all of
theaters.
these movies in theaters.
I saw most of
That
some
is
of
the
them in
official
theaters.
position of how we saw these movies.
But yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm not going to see Black Widow's going to be one that I'm going to wait for when it hits the Disney Plus app, right?
Unless it hits Netflix first. Actually, it does hit Netflix first, doesn't it?
I don't know. I don't work
So-
at Disney.
Yeah. I would like to see more of these kind of movies than those other comic book movies.
Well,
For those listening,
Yeah.
That's my hot take.
for those listening, we are open to staying. We only hit the big blockbusters for SEO. Like you want a podcast
Are
to
you
like
calling us sellouts?
no, I'm not saying we're sellers, but like if you want a podcast to get numbers and to hit,
Yeah.
you have to do the things that are trending and people are going to see. And unfortunately, people are going out and they're seeing these big blockbusters. We're only seeing these movies because they're attached to a big social event called the Oscars.
Well, Ravi,
If
maybe
if
we were
the
more-
Oscars never happened or weren't happening, or if Jojo Rabbit, for example, was not nominated for as many films or as many awards it was nominated, probably wouldn't have bothered seeing it.
Well, to be fair.
to be fair,
So here's the thing though, because I asked you guys if we could do Jojo Rabbit back in October
Sure.
for a podcast. I showed you the trailer and I said I think this is going to be a good one, and I sold it to you guys. By
I was kind of focusing on Japan then.
well, Japan, and then we had Mandalorian when we got back.
Right.
But
Way
still,
more important.
But still, I think the thing is, you guys should just listen to me more.
That's
Wow,
not a hot
that,
take.
um,
Wait, that's no.
That's not a hot take. That was a stupid take.
I'm just saying.
To kind of wrap things up here, so box office, it was a $14 million budget, made $74 million, so that is a X% increase on budget, so that's great.
X%. Do you want me to like insert the number there, like really badly, like 7?
Yeah, like Siri.
80% Rotten Tomatoes, that's surprising, actually.
Surprisingly
Way
low.
too
Yeah,
low.
way too low for this.
Yeah.
What the actual fuck were those critics looking at?
I
Well,
don't know.
they
honestly.
probably did not like the subject.
Oh! So from your intro, they're part of that crowd that should actually be redirected to Pokemon Detective Pikachu.
Real quick side thing, on the flight home yesterday, they had Detective Pikachu.
Did you watch it?
I watched it again. That movie is fucking hilarious. It's so fun.
good.
That
It
is
is
not
good.
what I was expecting.
That movie is like, damn.
Wow.
Hey,
that was a good
you
movie.
took-
I hope you took I hope you did a selfie video that you sent to Brett once you landed.
I
So-
should have
To
actually.
quote, To
I
quote
didn't.
Brett Rader, this is a children's movie.
Oh,
And I am a child, I guess.
Yeah.
No, Jojo Rabbit. This is a children's movie.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know
Wow.
about
Krishna,
Mm.
was Jojo Rabbit good?
It was absolutely good.
Absolutely good.
Yeah, ask the Kapluhi. Arjuna, was Jojo Rabbit good?
No, it was great.
Wow. Dramatic.
Yes, it was good. Ravi, was Jojo Rabbit 2 Lost in New York good?
Yes, and I also hate the fact that it hit the motion strings.
Oh, real quick, real fun story, right? So when I texted out people if they wanted to see it, I texted mom and dad like, "Oh, do you want to see Jojo Rabbit?" Mom's like, "Yes, I would love to see this movie." Turns out mom didn't read the text correctly and thought it was Peter Rabbit 2.
What the hell?
How the fuck?
Is that a real movie?
Yeah,
Oh my god.
Peter Rabbit based off of the.
Wait,
children's
so mom
story.
Yeah.
mom hasn't seen this?
No, she was she was too tired to go see it. but
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually think mom would actually really like this one, but it's just funny because she's like Rabbit, and she told everyone at work, she's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go see Peter Rabbit tonight."
Real quick, didn't our parents go in and see the wrong movie?
Correct. So-
Recently, too?
Yeah, correct. Mom
Oh
and
my
Dad
God.
had booked tickets to go see Bad Boys for Life, and they ended up walking into the wrong theater and seeing 1917.
What a colossal fuck up.
Well, here's where the story isn't as perfect, which I wish it was. So there's a part where it flashes 1917. They realized at that point it was the wrong movie. What would have been hilarious is they got halfway through the movie and they're like, I don't think this is Bad Boys.
Oh my God. Why is Will Smith? And why is it taking place in the olden days?
You know what's funny? There's like when theaters have like they screw up the oratorium numbers or like where they're showing certain movies.
Yeah.
And like you've heard like especially the small town movie theaters or whatever where the theater will like accidentally play like a horror movie. For like a bunch of
Oh
kids.
God,
Man.
yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Like that's just like oh man, like could you imagine being a parent and you're like taking your kids to go see Peter Rabbit
Oh,
and then you're there watching fucking Jojo Rabbit?
oh no.
Oh
Where's
God.
the rabbit?
Oh man.
Yoo-hoo-choo.
Oh God.
And then the ultimate question: would you watch this movie again?
Absolutely.
I probably would, yeah. After I watch Detective Peach.
Oh my God.
That's a good back to
Well,
back
I want something a little sad.
because they're both rabbits.
Oh my
Pikachu's a
God.
mouse.
He's
the
not a
difference?
mouse.
He's an electric mouse.
Is he?
Yes.
He's an electric slide.
I thought he was a Pocketmon.
Wow.
Well, that's going to do it for us here at Was It Good? We just reviewed Jojo Rabbit. It was a good film.
Was.
Great film. You can find us on Twitter at Was It Good, on Instagram at Was It Good BTM, and on Twitch, twitch.tv Was It Good. We stream our podcast live there and on our YouTube channel as well. If you have any questions, hit us up on Twitter. It's the easiest way to reach us.
And send us some recommendations of movies and TV shows to watch. We are hitting a bit of a dry spell now, a little bit.
Yeah.
I think we have some ideas of what we want to do. Potentially some Clone Wars.
We have Clone Wars and stuff like that, but I was actually going to present to you guys an idea of going back and looking at some older South Korean films.
Love to.
There's like the Vengeance trilogy, like Old Boy,
Ooh.
She Vengeance, His Vengeance.
Old Bong movies.
Well, no, there's not just
Big
Bong,
thing.
but there's like a whole bunch. There's also like Battle Royale, which is a crazy one. That's
Yeah.
kind of what sparked the whole Hunger Games thing.
Yeah.
South Korea is like very rich in cinema.
Oh yeah. I think I'm gonna try and go there if this whole coronavirus thing blows over.
If it blows over.
No, I heard North Korea was the problem. South Korea, you're fine. I'm just kidding.
It's the entire area.
I don't know if that's.
We're not making fun of it.
Oh, too late.
We're just making fun of it because a good laugh is helpful. Goodbye.
Haha. All right, that's the end of the record. Do you get any questions?
We
No.
did not.
You can kill it.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.